week ago, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
No, they don't got Ben Roethlisberger.
I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. Standing by,
logo,
call the action.
whatever it's fucking
Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Anyway, they got Tua.
Thank you. EA Sports coverage of the national. Right on the banks of the Ohio
Let's see if they look that film.
Nothing like you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
First carry for James Conner. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
And they come off a tough loss last week. And what's their reward? A second straight road game. Rarely are teams happy about scheduling. They're always calling the league office saying, how come we have this game and that game? But when you're coming off of a loss on the road and you go right into another one, that's a difficult task.
Second and 9 now. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. But look there at the defensive starters for Cincinnati. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game. Washington's got it.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Evans in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means other guys on his team helped him out a lot. And they occupy people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. To throw on 2nd down. Bryant. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there at a Bengal first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bryant, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Bryant. That's caught by his tight end, Uzoma. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. 55, come on, 55.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The numbers for Mixon last week, 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side.
Be right back to these guys.
What?
And he's got a man. That's Lamb.
Good guy.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go. But you're right, that's a heck of a score.
Yeah, and I think this is where the player is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone,
the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people.
Mixon hit it, all the ball is out, and it looks like Steeler football. It is.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you just try to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. They begin on the ground here with Counter. The numbers there for Counter in last week's game. 15 carries, 60 yards.
And partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film section with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be something they can move.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete, and he gets a gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2nd and 5. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Andrew Billings busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. 20, 10, 5. Now this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point.
Huh?
And he's got it to make it 7-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to the best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
Back to throw. Finds his running back, James Conner. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10 is Conner. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. To throw now on 2nd and 10. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a third and still about 12 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And what we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football. It says finish on it, because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 33 and a first.
51, Mike 51. Let's put that team on the bus. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Man, I got you.
Throwing on first down. Bryant. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pick up a 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. After 1-7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Laughing at Nani face. Nani was like...
They come out here in the eye. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, 4 down. Begin. Slow.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. All right. right, let's shift our attention here to Vance McDonald. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him?
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside, they can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. On 2nd down, Samuels. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat of this ball game as well.
Let's see what you got. Kill, kill, kill. Check 13. Check 13. Check 99. Check 99. Go, go.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
2nd and 4. Over the middle, complete. It's Harvey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Bryant. Throw left side, complete. It's Harvey. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. That's just a guy going, running.
Speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On 2nd down now, Samuels. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Does look like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit. We're not even at halftime.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Back to the air on 2nd down. Bryant got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. On 1st down, Bryant. It's complete to Williams. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy. Maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. 2nd and 6. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I don't care what level of football, 3rd down is emphasized on both sides of the ball. So right now, defensive guys are celebrating. They're going to get off the field. For the offensive guys, that's a missed opportunity. You've got to keep the sticks moving.
Yeah, it would have been first if he had been able to hang on. They're going to try and throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Devin Bush and the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation,
in the first half,
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Here's Connor. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a little step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even if...
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with a sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
To throw on second down. Bryant nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. To throw on third down. Bryant, he's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call the West Coast offense? The ball handoff. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. First down run for Conner, not going to get much. Maybe a yard. Second down. Torrey McTyer there on the tackle. They go draw play. This is Samuels. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Hard linebacker.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Bryant. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
You got to step it up. 90 is a mic. I know he ain't got it. 90 is a mic. I got you. I got you, son. I got you.
plays, these safeties are so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter. He's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And one with Samuels. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line.
Oh my God. Rookie, man.
Alexander with a pick. Now the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets this one to Johnson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll set up the throw. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. This quarterback now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. This one complete right side to McDonald. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Bryant feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Looking to throw. Bryant to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. That drive took it.
Points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens out in front as that game moves towards halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Cole Beasley, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Carson Wentz, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Connor. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
On 2nd down, Samuels.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Connor, and this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a full 3-yard 11, and here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 11. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
They scored on us, guys. I was trying to put the set out, but
this is fielded a couple yards
they finally
deep.
scored.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bryant Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well. No?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you judge how big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. Don't like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
From the 34 down, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And quickly they get to the line. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there, and a Bengal 1st. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
4 yards to pick up, 1st down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. They run the counter. Dillon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
To throw on 2nd down. Bryant got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Operating from the gun. Bryant. The ball
Get the fuck out of here.
Intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
Fucking bullshit.
Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, Bryant looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
In the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up a huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The drive will start with Connor. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. Washington's got it. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw.
Who got the
It's
middle?
caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll line up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I would dare say that these guys would like to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They'll set up to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. He'll look to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit, he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Once again, they run with Mixon.
Oh, my God, was a hole right there.
Up the first, a gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time in a Cincinnati 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. to throw. Bryant under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run it. Here's Dillon. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Bryant going up top.
Oh my God.
Third time. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands. Whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. This is Connor. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. This is Samuels.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On 2nd down now, Samuels. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Vance McDonald. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, get still play perfect football.
Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching.
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Bryant. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bryant looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harvey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Bryant to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Second and 4. The quick slant caught. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun on 3rd down. Bryant. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Switch.
They'll run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. The extra point up and good. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards, probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's here's Samuels. And he finds some open field here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively they got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going top shot. It's caught.
Oh my
Inside
God,
the
whose
25.
man was that?
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Oh my goodness.
Juju Smith-Schuster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be...
This is caught at the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. That will put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Looking to throw. Bryant toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's a run to Mixon, and he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call it.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon taking it in. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recovering. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it, But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
On first down, Connor, and able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, a run with Connor. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. And this one is right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
So now the Bengals down by 11, exactly 1 minute remaining. And their undefeated season about to go by the wayside, barring a late miracle. Throwing on first down. Bryant, blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. Bryant, now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. On first down, Bryant. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
One final shot. They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
That was a good game.
On offense?
Yes,
They
man.
can't help but feel
We went
great about
crazy.
themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you still think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
then I better get set and finish him. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop, you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep, designing sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find it, so she fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, Gold Tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it.
Okay.
Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move championships. All my records go hard, it's a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. Number one seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen,